What up, fam? It's your boy Aaron coming to you once again from First and Faithful, continuing our 49ers Camp Battle series with kind of a weird one today, Dante Pettis versus Dante Pettis. Before we get into that, as always, please take a couple seconds, like, subscribe, click that little bell icon. Really appreciate all the support. Now let's jump into it. Now with Dante Pettis, originally my idea was going to be Dante Pettis versus Richie James Jr. because originally before I started looking at film, etc., really I thought the only way Pettis was going to make it on the team, or I thought his best chance of making it on this year's team, was through special teams. Obviously he was a great punt return in college, and just assuming health of everybody, obviously it looks like Debo might miss a few weeks. But assuming, Taylor's back, Hurd's back, healthy, everybody else is healthy, I just really thought that the only way he was going to make it was through special teams. But once I started working on this, looking at film, really, I started to realize, I forgot how talented Pettis is. And I think it's easy to forget because of the troubles he had last season. But the man, when you actually look at film and break it down, I mean, he has insane talent. So let's go over some of his strengths. Footwork, the man has exceptional footwork. Just some of the best I've seen, especially on the team for sure. Just has a great sense of footwork. Uses his feet, gets the chatter, is able to create separation. Really freezes the defender, and you'll see that on a couple of the routes I'm going to go over, but just does a great job with his feet of freezing the defender, especially in man coverage. Really frees him up, which allows him to get clean releases off the line, allows him to dictate the action, and obviously as a receiver, that's what you're trying to do, dictate the action. Route running, obviously, he is just exceptionally good at route running, just so smooth. You can tell he's really honed that craft, and really shows when you watch him, just focus in on him, just how smooth he is. In and out of his breaks, creates separation, just very excellent at that. The third thing that is a strength for me is his speed. He's very deceptive with his speed. I think because he's so smooth, he looks like he's running slower than he is until you watch him on film, and you see the separation he creates, and kind of breaks away from people. Just very deceptively fast, and really, honestly, a player comp, the more I watched him, he reminds me a lot of Emmanuel Sanders, someone who, again, great footwork, great route running, and deceptively quick, deceptively fast. I don't think anybody thinks of Emmanuel Sanders as a burner necessarily, but when you watch him, it's amazing how often he gets, open deep. He actually is pretty damn fast when you actually look at him. I think it's the smoothness to which they run. It just looks different on film or when you're watching them live. Now let's go over two routes I think really exemplify what I was talking about as far as the strengths: the footwork, the route running, the speed. The first one is against the Buccaneers on what is called a lookie route, and you'll see this. It's a quick slant in and just puts his defenders on skates. You see he comes off the line, freezes them with the footwork, quick cut in, creates a separation, balls on time, honestly an easy touchdown. I mean, just how Pez makes it look very easily done. And this second one we're going to look at is a dig route against the Seahawks, and just again illustrates the footwork, route running. He breaks down so quickly. I mean, his footwork rate and then his breakdown, coming in and out of his breaks, he is so quick. I mean, you see right here, comes off the line, breaks it down hard. I mean, this is kind of in a soft man coverage at the snap. The defender blows off the line. Pettis reads that, kind of closes that gap, erases the space, then breaks down hard and creates a mile of separation. It is really impressive how much space he's able to create, just on a simple route. But look, I mean, you see how much separation he gets. It's pretty impressive. Now let's go over the weakness, and there is just one weakness, honestly, with Pettis, and it is upstairs. It is the space between his ears. Where is he at in regards to that? And I think that's going to make the difference. It made the difference last season. We saw someone who walked into camp, projected to be the number one receiver, a breakout star for the team. We all thought this was, the next big superstar receiver for the 49ers, in that Rice, Owens vein. Everybody was excited. If you play fantasy, I'm sure, anybody you follow was like, hey, this is a guy to look out for. He was, I don't even call him a sleeper. He was just somebody everybody was kind of targeting. And obviously, came into camp, rumors were he was out of shape, maybe not focused. Shanahan called him out in the preseason and, had a couple highlights during the season. Obviously, the game winner against the Steelers, had that nice touchdown against the Cardinals. But, that was it. By the time we got to Super Bowl, he was inactive. And so, for me, what's going on between his ears is going to dictate everything this season. What he's able to do. If he's locked in, like you saw him at the end of his rookie season, sky really is the limit. Like you said, I look at him as a younger version of man, just kind of their body types, how they run their routes, the speed. He does things, I think, just different in this offense. He's not the big receiver that Hurd is. He's not the bully receiver that Samuel is, or even Ayuk is supposed to be, or the quick kind of undersized guy that Taylor is. Like, he fits a different role. And so if his headspace is correct, if he comes in focused, in shape, ready to go, he can go places. He can, I think, take this offense, him and McKinnon, to new heights. The other thing, the big X factor, when I was watching all the film, I kind of forgot how much a lot of his success he's had has been not with Jimmy G, but mostly with Nick Mullins, who obviously is the backup and, knock on wood, won't be playing this season. And so that's going to be, for me, the huge X factor, regardless of him showing up to camp in shape and all that, if he does do all that. But what kind of chemistry he has with Jimmy Garoppolo. We talk about Trent Taylor coming back, and the worry isn't the chemistry he has with Jimmy G. The thought is that he's going to, if Taylor comes back, he's healthy, he's going to slide right in, and him and Jimmy are going to have that connection again. The issue with Pettis and Jimmy is, I don't know if they have that connection. And obviously, we saw last season that it didn't really seem to be there. Like I said, most of his major success has been with Mullins. So that will be the X factor. If he comes to camp and they're able to click and they can carry that over into the regular season, this offense has the potential to be. Last year's offense was amazing. I think they were the number one scoring offense. They have a chance to easily go over 500 plus points this season. It's assuming health. This offense might be, we might look back at this offense as one of the greatest offenses of all time. No bullshit. That's a few things go right. Health is there. This offense legitimately, with Shanahan calling plays, legitimately has a chance to be one of the top 3 or 4 offenses all time. I'm calling my shot now. That's my projection. All right, fam. So I ask you, what do you think about Dante Pettis? Are you a fan? Are you not? Do you think we see the breakout this season to make up for last season? Do you think he ends up just being maybe a punt returner? Does he even make the team? Whatever your thoughts, drop a comment below. Let me know. As always, thanks for watching. This has been First and Faithful. I'm Aaron. Have a great one. Bye-bye.